I'm Nico, and this is my fun, quick, and easy series explaining where to find the fruit in Breath of the Wild. Basically, the first two rows of materials in the inventory. Is this a fruit? You can always use an object map to find it yourself, but I did the research for you. I hope you find this useful. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want more Zelda content, I hope you consider subscribing or at least checking out the channel. In your opinion, what's the best way to get hearts in Breath of the Wild? Based on reading the title of the video, you should know that in my opinion, it's Hearty Durian. Today, we'll quickly learn how to use them and the best places to find them. Hearty Durians are great because when cooked, each one adds 4 temporary hearts to your heart total. The reason why most people choose to use Hearty Durians is because of all the materials that add temporary hearts, they're the easiest ones to get. Keep in mind, when cooking hearty materials, they also fill your permanent hearts to the max. So if you have lots of permanent hearts, you only need a few or even one durian. If you have less hearts, you can decide how many durians you want to cook. You also need durian for the Search of Barta side quest in the Gerudo town. There's 2 places to find durian. If you don't know, Satori Mountain has lots of materials, and they also have durians. You'll find around 15, so grab them while you're in this location while you're farming other things. The best place to farm durians is in the Faron region. Because I like to be efficient and collect other things at the same time, this is what I do. Travel to Faron Tower and jump north. Here, you'll find a pair of Lizalfos, a Hinox, and a Lino. You'll also find some hardy thistles by the Lino and 3 big hardy radishes. And don't forget to turn on the Sheikah Slate. Then I go northwest into the Demo Forest where you'll find some enemies like Bokoblins and Lizalfos. You'll get some crates with random things in them, and also there's a few electric Lizalfos around. Collect everything and you should end up with more than 70 durians. And you can buy 3 in Gerudo town. Palm fruit. What are they for? Nothing. Why would you collect them? I don't know. Eating raw palm fruit gives you 1 heart, a roasted palm fruit gives you 1.5 hearts, and a cooked one gives you 2 hearts. That's basically it. Let's learn where to find them. I already mentioned you can use them for hearts, so if you're still in the beginning of the game, they are great, especially when you have nothing else. Or when you're doing Eventide Island. Now you know how palm fruits can help. So when you have them, use them when needed. There are 2 regions to get palm fruit. First is in the Gerudo Desert. You can get about 18 in the southern oasis. Just climb the trees or knock them down. And about 30 in the Karakara Bazaar. The second region is in the Faron region. You can get them almost anywhere around the beaches, but the best place is in Lurelin Village. You can get almost 70. You can also find some crabs, porgy, beetles, and snails around here. Hey Hylians! Apples are very useful materials in Breath of the Wild. You start finding them from the beginning of the game, they'll always be there when you need them, and they might be the best fuel for the Master Cycle. Even though they're all over Hyrule, let's check out the best places to farm them. Eating a raw apple gives you half a heart, a roasted one gives you 3/4 of a heart, and a cooked one gives you a full heart. You'll need 1 baked apple to give to Junie in Rito Village for the Apple of My Eye side quest. Here's footage of my rupee video explaining what Junie does. She will give you 100 rupees, but only the first time. After that, she will give you 5 rupees for 1 baked apple, 30 rupees for 5 baked apples, 70 for 10, 500 for 50, and she'll give you 1200 rupees if you give her 100 baked apples at once. Check the card in the corner or the link in the description to check out the best rupee farming methods. I like to use apples as fuel for the Master Cycle. since they're easy to find and you'll need 10 apples for a full tank. Maybe if you just want to collect 999 apples, using the object map, there's 5 best places to get them. First and second are by the central tower. And just north of it, you can get up to 70 apples. If you're still near the beginning of the game, there's up to 80 apples all over Hatino Village. The 4th best place is Appleland Forest east of the Hyrule Castle. There's over 100. And the best place is on the east side of Satori Mountain. They're all in one place and there's up to 150 apples. Wildberries aren't a material you might think as very useful. And if you think that, you're probably right. Eating one raw will give you half a heart, a roasted one will give you 3/4 of a heart, and each cooked one will give you a full heart. You do need them for one side quest, and maybe you're just trying to collect as many as possible. Let's find out where they are. Like I mentioned before, you do need wildberries for a side quest. You need to give 10 wildberries to Dahlia for the Mystery Polluter side quest. Other than that, they're only used for hearts, so use them whenever you need to because they are easy to find. You get them mostly in snowy areas like Hebrew region and the Gerudo Highlands, but the best place is the Gerudo Highlands. The reason the Gerudo Highlands are better is because the wildberries aren't as spread out as they are in the Hebrew region. You can easily get more than 200 if you farm the whole area. Hydromelons aren't the most useful materials in Breath of the Wild, but they have more uses than some other fruit. Today, we'll learn what you can use hydromelons for and where to find them. One use for hydromelons is for heat resistance. Each cooked one gives you 2.5 minutes worth, but you cannot get level 2 heat resistance with only hydromelons. Check out Croton's cooking video for more info. If you use them for hearts, a raw one gives you half a heart, a roasted one gives you 3/4 of a heart, and a cooked one gives you 1 full heart. You can find them randomly throughout Hyrule from crates, but the only place they're guaranteed to spawn is in the Gerudo Desert. What's great about this is that this is the only place you'll actually need heat resistance. If you search the whole desert, you can easily find more than 100 and maybe even 150. Spicy peppers have a couple uses, and one of those uses are 2 secret ones that some people probably know. We'll learn the best places to farm spicy peppers, and if you don't know the secret uses, you'll find out today. First, there are a few places to farm spicy peppers. Gerudo Desert has more than 100, but they're spread out throughout the desert. There's about 30 at the Lanayru Road East Gate. Even though there's only 30, I mentioned this location because it's where you can farm a Lionel, a Hinox, and close by there are some chill shrooms. And this location is probably the best place to farm Nadra at the same time. And one great place to farm them is at Satori Mountain because there's 27 of them in the same location. And the last place to farm them is all around the Rito village. You can also collect some Tabantha wheat, cold darners, rugged beetles, and hot-footed frogs while you're here. The main use for spicy peppers is for cold resistance. Each one will give you 2.5 minutes worth, but you cannot get level 2 cold resistance with only spicy peppers. Check out Croton's cooking video for more information. The second use is to burn them. If you burn them, they will create an updraft. The last random use is to feed them to sand seals. If they see it, they'll eat it, and you can approach them while they're eating. Not very useful, but still very interesting. Voltfruits are a little more useful than some other fruits in Breath of the Wild. I'm sorry, Palm Fruit, for being mean to you in your video. Today, we'll quickly learn those uses and where to easily find Voltfruit. Gerudo Desert. If for some reason you didn't know, Voltfruits can be found in the Gerudo Desert. Just turn on your sensor and you can search the whole desert. You can find over 150 Voltfruits. You may get a drop once in a while from crates or Hinox, and you can buy 3 from Gerudo Town. Maybe you just want to collect 999, but also you can cook them for shock resistance. Each cooked one gives you 2.5 minutes worth, and cooking 5 can only get you to level 2 shock resistance. You'll need to mix it with other ingredients for a level 3. But if you don't make dishes for shock resistance, you can always upgrade the rubber gear. The rubber gear needs 15 Voltfruits to get to level 2. Fleet Lotus seeds are one of my favorite materials in Breath of the Wild. You need it for speed, and I might have used this material the most. Today, we'll learn what they're used for and where to find them. You really don't need them for anything other than cooking for a speed boost. One cooked one will give you 1 minute worth, and you need 4 for a level 3. But my favorite dish is to cook 3, one other speedy ingredient like mushrooms or swift carrots, and a dragon horn. This will get you level 3 speed boost for 30 minutes. There are 4 places I go for getting Fleet Lotus seeds. And of course, I've sent you to Satori Mountain many times. There's only 10, but again, there's so many things you can get at Satori. The next place I go is by Solari Hill. Go to the water close by and there should be 18 of them. The next place is at East Necluda. Go there for the 3 Hinoxes, some coarser bee honey, beetles and lizards. There should be 20 Fleet Lotus seeds. And the last place is in Lanero Wetlands. You should get about 40 of them. And if it's raining, go get some frogs while you're there. Bananas are very useful materials in Breath of the Wild. You can use them for dishes or even against enemies, or you can just collect them. I'm Nico, and today we'll learn the great uses for them and of course where to find them. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want more Zelda content, I hope you subscribe or at least check out the channel. There are many places to get bananas, like killing Yigas, but there are 3 that I find easiest. First, in the Yiga clan hideout. From the entrance, once you're in the hideout, right after the first room, there's a ladder. Climb up and you should find lots of them. There are some bananas all around the hideout, and in total, you should find under 30. The next place is in the Faron region, just south of the lakeside stable up on Ubota Point. You can probably go to the Faron Tower and just jump south. Use the sensor, of course, and you can probably get about 80 bananas. The last method is the fastest way to get bananas, but you have to have lots of rupees. If you want lots of rupees, you can of course check the card in the corner or the link in the description for my video on the best rupee methods. There are 2 travelers that sell you overpriced bananas for 99 rupees, and you can buy 99 of them. Whether or not you buy from them, they will not really surprise you that they are Yiga. Since they are enemies, They will respawn after a blood moon. Even if you don't kill them, you have to wait for another blood moon. You can't buy them, teleport back, and buy more. They are located at the fork on the road in the valley east of Lake Floria and along the path north of the Lanero wetlands. Bananas are great because they're easy to find and they can easily get you level 3 attack when cooked. Each one will give you 50 seconds and you need 4 for a level 3 attack. If you want to save bananas, you can cook 3 and the 4th material can be any material with the word mighty in its name. But since they're easy to find, it doesn't really matter. As a side note, of course cooking them with a dragon horn will get you a 30-minute level 3 attack dish. Check the card in the corner and the link in the description for how to easily get dragon horns. And the other way to use bananas is when you're going to the Yiga hideout for the first time and you're trying to sneak through. You can drop a banana and if a Yiga sees it, he will run to it. You can use this to distract them and help you sneak around. There is one more enemy that you can use bananas with, but I don't want to spoil it when the time comes. That's everything I know on bananas. I hope you find this useful, I hope you like it, give it a thumbs up if you do so, and if you want more Zelda content, you can always subscribe, support the channel, or at least check out the channel. See you next time!